Hi. In one of the previous lessons, I did give you a quick introduction to script executors. Script executors are the way that you run executable code in this environment. So here I will show you just something a little bit more involved. Basically, a set of examples on how you go ahead and use and create scripts in this environment. So let's go to our um, test test application. Um, there's a category here that has a number of different tests to show how you use various scripting features. So let's open the default scripting in this environment is Groovy, which is very similar to Java. So you're looking at an example here of a Groovy script. Um, what's important to note is in the last example we showed in the data statement example I showed you how to use data statements directly. So here's an example of a data statement. You can run this directly using the test facility available in Quad. So what you're looking at is an example of a data statement being invoked from a script. To pass parameters, there's an add method. Uh, so you call add and you provide a parameter name and the value. You can chain the add method and call multiple and add multiple parameters to the parameter stack, and then you call add. You make the call to the actual CRUD that you want to call. Here we want to call add orders data statement, which has the extension STM. And then once we've added it, we make another call to another data statement to enumerate the orders, all orders in the system. Again, if you look at the data statement uh, lesson that we did previously, you saw that we were running these directly. So here we're running them now from within the script. So let's go ahead and test this. You do test. It brings up the test console, and you can add. Let's put in 55 as one of the orders that we want to add. It's going to add it, and then uh, make another call to enumerate the results. So let's run this, and here we have all our orders, and as you can see, there's 55 along with all the other stuff that was in there previously. We can run this again. Let's add order number with product number 56 and run this again. Now we have another one added with number 56. So this is how you use the scripting feature to glue your application together, to basically call other CRUDs and invoke them from within scripts. So here we just saw the Groovy example. I'm going to go ahead and show you some other simple scripts in the other programming languages. Uh, Here's a JavaScript example. This just calculates the nth Fibonacci sequence and returns it. It doesn't do anything particularly interesting, but the same principle applies. You'll have to look into the details of using the various scripting facilities that the JVM provides. So let's put in 6 there and run, and it returns that. And let's take a look at Python. This is a Python script. Um, Notice in JavaScript, you can just call the method the way the JSR 223 standard works is for JavaScript is that it will return the return value of the last statement executed. Whereas in say Python, you have to explicitly put this object on the argument map. In the documentation, you see a lot of reference to argument map. This is what it means. It's called arguments. You can reference it within your script. It's actually a hash map, so you can call the put method on it. So in Python, since we can't use the return statement, we're going to put it directly on the argument map as a result, as a return value. And to actually get it to the browser, we add a post execution handler here, which returns the value for it. It basically says grab this value on the argument map and return it. So we're going to test this. Return the 7th, and it calculates it and returns it for us. It's the same way that it works in Ruby. Ruby doesn't have a return that you can use. So again, here you reference the argument mapping. In Ruby, you put the return value that you want on this argument map. And then in your post execution handler, you add one handler to return that result for you. So we'll go ahead and again test this. Let's return the fourth one. And you run test and it returns that for you. The last one that we're going to take a look at is closure. Here's your closure code. Again, closure doesn't have a return statement that you can use. You use the same technique. Put it on the argument map. Add a handler that returns the value for you. So let's test this. So return the seventh one, and it returns that. So this pretty much gives you all the information you need to be able to use scripts to glue your application together by calling other CRUDs. Thank you very much.